Hey everybody, and welcome to the home button. What? Oops.
No, I'm not ready, man.
The home
Take
button
two.
Game Awards 2015. We don't have like a name for this. We're just gonna
Goaty.
Goaty, the
Goatsies.
Goaties. Welcome to the Goatsies.
Oh, please don't say that. Although, we could.
Day one. We have a list of categories here we're gonna do. Let's just get. So the way this is gonna work, we're gonna go through each category. We have a giant list. We're gonna talk about each nominee. We're gonna try and get it down to 3.
Sure.
And
We'll try.
Try and get down to 3, and then we pick
Keyword.
which one we actually think is the winner.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with Game of the Year that isn't actually from this year.
Okay.
And we have a lot of them. This might be a little tricky just because a lot of them are very personal to us individually.
That was fantastic.
I thought I was going to get a crack in.
All right, so starting off, we have Dota 2.
Woo!
Okay. Nuclear Throne. That can actually not get off the list.
Yeah,
we're actually going to remove that one because
come
Nuclear
out
Throne
this
technically
year.
came out today.
Okay.
So we're recording this. Last of Us multiplayer.
Really?
That's what Amelia put on.
I put that in there.
Okay.
Dungeons of the Endless.
Woo!
I also put that in there.
Oh, really? I like that game too. I
Resident
played
Evil.
it the other night with my
I
friend.
put Resident Evil in. Technically the HD remaster of the
Remake?
the remake.
my-
Well, the remake came out in 2002, and then they just put out the HD port of it this year.
Okay.
And I played that. So I was like, I don't think that counts as like a full new game because it is just an HD update. But
Sure.
I played that, and I love that. I technically beat Persona 4 Golden this year, so I put that on here.
Wow, we're just throwing in anything.
Hatoful Boyfriend, which me and Matt played.
Alright, that's
Yeah,
fair enough,
yeah.
actually.
Because
Um,
that's gonna win.
Oh my god, it's such a good game. You don't know.
I put Higurashi When
I
They
don't
Did you
Cry,
listen to the podcast?
which was a game Matt was supposed to play but didn't.
Yeah, that's fine.
Resident Evil 2. I technically played Persona Q at the beginning of this year. That game, like real talk, that game would have probably been in like my top 3 from last year if I had played it. Like actually last year, I love that game. I got deep into Star Wars: The Old Republic. Do you want to put WoW on here? Because you said you were playing like a shit ton of WoW.
Yeah,
I'll
put
throw
World
that
of
on. It
Warcraft
might not
in.
hold, but we'll just put it on.
The
as
thing I wish I could be playing right now.
The addiction is not real.
I wish Ed was here because I know he also played it this year. Wolfenstein: The
I
New
played-
Order. I finally played this year, and that also
Really
probably
good game.
would have ended up on my list. That
Which
game
one?
was really good. Wolfenstein: The New Order.
I
finally
watched
played that this year.
game played.
And Dylan put on Alan Wake. Did anyone else play Alan Wake this year?
No, but I'm
Not
glad
this
to get
year.
Alan
Okay, we're going to remove that.
Wake.
Sorry, Dylan. Oh, yeah, so by the way, if you're familiar with us, which I assume is why you're watching this, we have no Ed, no Dylan, and no Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe's out. As we're recording this, Gabe is out at PSX and was getting a VR demonstration, I believe, for some...
Valkyrie, I think, is what he said.
Yeah,
specifically.
something for
PSVR.
for
VR.
journalism
Oh my God.
coverage. So journalistic coverage.
He's
Maybe.
being a real big boy.
Yeah,
Dylan's at a concert, I know.
Sure.
No, that's what he said.
Or
He's in Montreal. I guess it's his
No,
favorite,
I
his
don't know
favorite
what
artist.
he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Ed's a busy adult with real boy things to do.
I'm a real boy.
So, okay, going through this list, you guys probably actually want to get that up so you can like look at it.
Oh, alright.
Out of all the games I said,
I'll do it.
which do we feel comfortable as a group supporting?
It's that one right there.
Which game?
Which games
Scroll.
of these
yeah,
here?
it's the first one, actually.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead on a limb and say that you two feel really strongly about Dota,
Dota
and it
too.
should at least be probably somewhere in those 3.
I feel the opposite.
I'd be
You're
okay
wrong.
letting it
Fine.
get
You're wrong.
3. I would not want it to win just
Yeah,
because
3 is fine.
just
I'm
because
a-
I feel like Dota shouldn't win every time.
Dungeons of the Endless is my big one.
Okay,
that I-
so you, I mean, Last of Us multiplayer is great. I'm not like super on it for like.
it's not
this
its.
year.
I mean, it's not its own game. It's part of another
would
game.
you be okay
I put
getting
it in
rid of
there
that?
just because I was playing a lot of it when I was in Ireland.
Yeah, I'm okay with some stuff being on here, like just as a.
No,
Hey,
we
like I
can-
know it's not actually going to win, but I at least want to like say my piece about it.
We can
you know?
nix. We can nix Last of Us. That's fine.
Like, honestly, I didn't really play many games this year that didn't come out this year. So,
I actually played a lot.
That's like all I did.
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I'd be
I
okay
mean,
moving Star Wars: The Old Republic. I'll say I got like super into it for a month. Like I played like 50 hours of that game. I don't know what happened. I just played so much goddamn Old Republic.
Was it right after like the main hype session for the new movie, or
No. They had just put out the expansion pack for it,
Oh.
and I heard that it was like their big like 4.0 update, and it was sort of like a lot of people were saying it's like, oh, it's like kind of like how the Taken King really revamped Destiny and like made it
Diablo,
better.
Reaper of
Yeah, and so
Souls.
people were claiming that about it, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll go check it out again because I tried to get into it and I couldn't. And like, yeah, I mean, it's still got problems, but like, I definitely. Last time I gave up like 10 hours in every time, and this time
Thanks,
I
Matt.
put in like 30, 50 hours. So clearly they did something right.
clearly.
But I'm okay removing that because I
I-
don't think anyone else is gonna.
Besides maybe Wolfenstein: The New Order, I don't feel strongly about any of these games.
I can remove Golden. God, Q again. I fucking really like that game, but Q,
I've never played a Persona game.
Q is
I played Persona 4. It was good.
yeah. Okay, so here's the thing about Q.
Did you play Persona Q this year?
Q is maybe the most niche game I've ever played because in order to like it, you definitely have to like Persona 3 and 4. But even then, you might not necessarily like it because the gameplay is very different. You have to have liked an Etrian Odyssey game. So it's like people who are fans of Etrian Odyssey might not like it if they've never played Persona, but fans of Persona might not like it if they don't like the gameplay of Etrian Odyssey. So you have to find this like weird 5 people on the planet who both love Etrian Odyssey and really like Persona, and it's like the greatest game ever made.
Okay.
So it's really niche, but like for those people who like that, it's like it's awesome. Matt, how do you feel about Hatoful Boyfriend?
That was a good game.
I thought it was a great game. I feel like Dylan is here. He would definitely like be okay with that.
Yeah. I really just want Dota to be on it.
Dota's already on it. We've already agreed to that.
Okay,
Matt.
cool.
Okay.
So what else? Persona, Resident Evil. What the hell's when they? Oh, it's the other.
When They
thing.
Cry, that's the one you were gonna play. God,
Yeah.
that game's so fucking cool.
I think I actually did start it.
You did start it, but then you didn't get
Yeah.
that far.
It's
What is When They Cry? Is that another?
It is a
it's a
visual
visual
novel. There's actually an anime. I would just recommend watching the anime. It's probably cuts out some of the filler, but it's this really
the
good.
anime has less filler than the game. God.
Oh,
that's
God,
a bad
definitely. It probably
job.
does.
It's a bad job, video game.
It's sort of like it starts off like very typical anime. Like you're a kid you moved from the big city to a small town. And,
Okay.
you got like all your friends are girls. And it's like super like okay, like this is
Yeah,
just
it's
kind of
not
whatever.
fun.
And it starts off very like all right, like here's each girl and here's her quirk and. But then it starts getting like weird, creepy, like culty, where like the town has this dark history with murders,
Okay.
and then things start getting weird, and one of the friends, who's like the nicest of them all, starts going like fucking crazy.
Like Hot
and-
Fuzz esque.
Yeah, it gets a little hot fuzz, but then like she has almost this like weird split personality where she's like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And then all of a sudden she's like, "I'm gonna fucking murder you with this axe I have, and
Okay.
like, poison you with food." And it gets like surprisingly stressful. We're just like playing it, even though it's just a visual novel with text. I was like really on edge, like, what the fuck is going to happen? Is this character even gonna like live? What the fuck is going on? And I feel like the tension of that game is like really impressive, especially for a visual novel. I found myself caring way more than I thought I would.
Okay.
Which is why I feel like maybe the anime is probably like the way to go, because I imagine it has that, but is also like an anime and not a visual novel.
Right.
I think
I know Dylan's seen the anime and loves it.
that sounds great. I think the other two games.
Which
should
ones?
Be,
Hatoful Boyfriend?
I think it should be Hatoful
I'm okay with Hatoful Boyfriend. Hatoful Boyfriend was fucking
And I was
awesome.
gonna say World of Warcraft because
I'm okay taking off Higurashi. I've said my piece about it for Hatoful Boyfriend.
I think World of Warcraft, its staying power is impressive, even though like after the updates people drop off.
You should create a copy of this document.
It still does.
I could do that if you want.
It still does like have millions of players, and when they add updates, it gets the millions back in that to play the update. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's pretty good.
Even though that's on there for me, like I almost
Don't want it on there.
well, like
What, WoW?
I like WoW a lot.
You're currently
But
playing it.
I am currently
Continue.
playing it, but I don't know. I almost like I'd almost prefer to have Dungeon of the Endless on there.
Okay.
This is between you.
Tell me about
you
Dungeon of the
three.
Endless.
What?
I have
Pitch
not
me on
played
Dungeon of
any
the
games
Endless.
that
That's
come
true.
from this
Actually,
year.
I'll go with that because I like Dungeon of the Endless.
Dungeon of
No, I know very little about it. I want to.
Dungeon of the Endless is a
Roguelike.
it's a roguelike 4-player co-op game. You can play it solo as well, but you basically are going 4 to 4. I think for 12.
I'm
What?
doing it. I'm making a copy. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You go from 4 to 4, and you have to, like, every time you enter a room, you don't know what's in the next room, but that counts as a turn. And every time a turn happens, a wave of enemies will spawn in any room that's not powered. So you have to collect resources to power each room, or to just try and gun it to the exit to the next floor kind of thing. But you also want to be, like, fighting, setting up characters in certain areas to defend like certain entrances, because you have a crystal that you have to defend and then bring to the next floor on like a final push for each floor. It's very fun. The art's unique. The music's great. I really like the company that makes the game. They make other great games like Endless Legend and I can't remember the name of the other one, but it's a space.
Eternal Envy.
Nope. That's a Dota player, Matt.
Okay.
But yeah,
that was it. That was all I wanted.
But I really like that game. Maybe WoW's a better contender, but I'm the only one that's currently playing it.
Yeah, I actually, you know what? I'll go with Dungeon of the Endless.
Okay. Would
Just
you feel?
'cause I agree. It's a really solid game. I think there's still did that launch this like I know it was in early access for a long time. Did it actually launch last year? I guess, Amelia.
Yeah, it came out last fall, I think.
Got ya.
I almost think that it's like also I don't know. Hatoful Boyfriends, I haven't played, so I don't know anything about it other than the like it's a joke.
Here's the thing: it's kind of not a joke.
Yeah, it gets really weird.
Why isn't Destiny on this list?
Because Destiny's like. I don't
Destiny's
know.
a weird one.
Yeah,
It's kind of a weird one
I don't know.
categorized.
Destiny could be on there, but like I haven't stopped. Destiny's not a game I picked up this year. Neither is Dota.
Well,
I almost want to use this category to like highlight like a game that like wouldn't get mentioned otherwise.
you would have to pick. So
I don't really
for a
know.
game to be on this list, you would have to not play it and then play it this year.
I don't know.
No. So
I just don't think I thought of Destiny because Destiny is spoiler
I think
list,
Fire
spoiler
Rules
on
Destiny.
my top 10.
Destiny technically could be on this list, but I would rather. I wouldn't. I feel like I'd eliminate it quickly because I'd rather give it to like a game like Dungeons of the Endless, where it's like that game's not going to get
Right.
much recognition otherwise. Or like Destiny.
Well,
like,
because they're
you know,
getting. I mean, whichever one wins this is getting the illustrious home button
Yeah,
game.
you
I
get the
didn't.
seal of
Game
approval.
of the year
Yeah.
that isn't actually from this year.
Yeah.
award.
It's
Yeah.
very the coveted
You
category.
can put that seal right on your box from because
I mean, I'm the kind of person who's like I like the idea of using Game Awards to just like highlight cool things that maybe like someone hasn't heard
Yeah.
of.
right,
It's sort of
exactly.
the way I think about
No, I don't think a lot of people heard of Dota 2.
it.
But
I was gonna say something though. I don't remember.
I don't. Emilio, what do you see as the
Oh,
three?
oh,
Because
oh.
I don't care about.
Oh,
do you
Hatoful
wanna
Boyfriend.
number
So-
Do you want to know what my 3 are?
Yeah.
That I think it
Yes.
should be. Okay, if we are actually sticking with Dota 2, I would say Dota 2, Dungeon, and Wolfenstein. Personally, are the best 3 contenders on that list.
Okay.
I just don't see WoW on there for some reason. I don't know why. But I do respect that you guys like Hatoful Boyfriend. I just haven't.
It's a subversive. Here's the thing. It's silly because it's birds, but it is subversive from what?
a typical.
Do you want me to
novel.
explain? It's a bird boy dating simulator, but it's subversive because
and it is a visual novel, right?
well
To explain for people who hasn't.
Yeah, it's a visual novel.
Where you are a girl, you are a girl at an all pigeon
all
school.
pigeon boy.
You're
yeah,
a
boy
human
school.
girl.
You're
at
a human
school
girl at this
of all
boy
male pigeons.
It's subversive because it does like the anime.
Oh, not even
visual
pigeons.
novel
it's just like
tropes.
different birds. Like one of them's a pigeon. They're all like they're not even all
That's
pigeons.
true,
Like
yeah.
only
There's,
your
like, one
friend's a
pigeon.
pigeon, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
the rest are just birds.
Different types of birds. Yeah.
All right.
But so it does a lot of the visual novel tropes, and some visual novels do this where they just basically say, but what if we had a serious story and it wasn't a dating sim? Like, and that's what happens once you like beat the game. Is it turns into
Yeah,
a
so
completely
the game has a
different
completely
game.
second game inside of it that becomes like this completely. It becomes like a
And it
murder
becomes
mystery,
a murder mystery.
and becomes
there's-
super
there's,
serious
like, a
and gets
whole
like heavy
government
into like the
conspiracy.
lore and backstory of this
It's-
universe in a way that's like really awesome.
Is it Frog Fractions too?
kind of in that way?
It's really weird.
But also, even if you were just to ignore that part, while it engages in visual novel tropes,
Yeah.
it also puts like 10 times more effort than any visual novel does. Like
Okay.
most visual
Yeah.
novels we play is like, okay, you have like 4 or 5 sprites for the main characters.
Yeah.
Most of the backgrounds
Yeah, it's
feel
true.
like are
All
like
the art is really well done.
yeah,
and,
like there's so much different art and like backgrounds and like routes. It's like you actually really tried. It doesn't feel like
Who published
okay,
it?
Shit, it was
The same people that did Surgeon Simulator, right?
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's like a well-known.
Bossa?
I don't remember. You can
Surgeon Simulator is Bossa Studios.
Did they publish it?
No,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
he's
that's
talking
the
about
developer.
publisher. It's
Yeah,
like-
the American publisher is.
It's like a well-known company. It's funny.
Yeah, it's like a. Who is
I
it?
thought it was the people that did I Am Bread. Anyways,
Uh,
so yeah, I mean, if you guys see that on there, I would see that. I mean, honestly, I see it replacing
Devolver Digital.
Okay, it was
Devolver Digital. I was gonna say like
I
Adult
was gonna say
Swim.
that at first, and I was like, no, but it couldn't have been Devolver.
Devolver puts out weird shit.
All right. So if you guys want Hatterful on there, I would be willing to give up Dungeon over because I think Wolfenstein kind of needs to be. up there.
Wolfenstein's good. I'd be willing. I'm okay getting rid of Persona Q.
I see it at this point being Dota, Wolfenstein, and Hatterful.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Dungeon
feel
of the
pretty good
Endless.
about that.
It's a great game, but realistically, I haven't played it in a long time, and I don't see myself going back to it anytime soon. So
Yeah, I'll just quickly say my piece about the Resident Evil. I think that's like one of the best fucking remakes of anything ever. Like I had played the original Resident Evil.
which one is this? I'm sorry.
This is a Resident Evil HD remake. I had played the original Resident Evil last year for the first time, and I was surprised by how much I thought it held up, at least for me. I was like, oh, like for a PS1 game, this is pretty cool. And playing the remake, like as far as like elaborate actual like attempt to like remake that game and completely redesign it and the environments and like the changes in puzzles and the dialogue, I can't think of another game that like goes to that much effort and is really fucking good.
They took a bunch of the source material, like for the art and stuff like that, right? And then just replace.
Oh yeah, for the HD, yeah. But I'm talking just like the original
The remake.
2002 version, which
Oh.
is this is based off of. Just like the idea of like, hey, we're going to remake this game, this PS1 game, and just like the amount of effort. I was like,
Oh, I guess
was
I-
blown away
It's
by
basically
how
what
good.
like Final Fantasy VII is doing.
Kind of, yeah. It's sort of to that degree where it's like they really like took the time to like look at this thing and said like, how can we completely reimagine this? Because Resident Evil 1, I'm sure it was scary back in the day. That game's not scary anymore, right? You look at PlayStation 1 graphics and it's like, no, this is.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
That remake's pretty still
was
scary.
Creature
Like, it's
from the Black Lagoon a scary film when it came out? Probably.
probably
You watch it now, you're
like
like,
the Universal Mummy or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
It's like I don't know. Even back then, I'd have a hard time finding that scary.
yeah. Well, I mean, who knows? I mean, people from that time.
But I would just like to commend them for like, even though like I'm 14 years late to commending them for it because it took me that long to play. But I'm like, holy shit, that remake's amazing. And they're making a Resident Evil 2 remake that they're claiming is like, well, they haven't said much about it, but like they're saying it's going to be a full-on like remake.
Mm-hmm.
So presumably, if they put as much effort into the Resident Evil 2 remake that they did into that Resident Evil 1 remake, I would be like crazy impressed. So I have like really high hopes for that now. So yeah, I'm okay taking it off, but that's my piece.
I think we have.
That's an amazing remake, and you should play it.
I think we have 3, and out of the 3, I know which one I'm voting for.
I'm voting for Hatterful.
I'm voting for Dota 2.
Okay.
Dota 2.
Okay. What are you voting for?
Neutral vote. I don't.
No,
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein's yours.
But I haven't played it this year.
No, man, dude, vote for Hatterful. That way we can have an actual debate about it.
Fuck that.
But then you're just gonna let Dota 2 win.
Yay!
I mean,
it's got to win something. It's got to win.
my vote's Destiny. like had
All right.
had a full
Dota
bird simulator.
All right, we didn't talk about Dota 2 at all. Really quick, why we still play it because it's one of those games that's kind of evergreen. You can always play it.
And we suck,
And
but like it's still fun to play the
It's
game
still
and
fun to
suck
get
at it.
better.
Oh, I thought you meant like you
Also,
suck as
like,
humans for just
what-
like actively playing.
That too. That too.
That's an
Like we're
opinion.
garbage people, so we just play Dota 2 all the time.
Because the game is constantly updated, like every large patch, it changes the meta and like kind of like good heroes and new items and stuff like that, and it keeps the professional scene really like fresh. And I think the patch, like the current like patch it's been on for the last like 2 patches, have been really like well balanced in a way that a lot of different things are usable, like kind of in the meta of the game.
Yeah, just a quick good example of that is last year the game was in a state where there were 2 heroes that were the best. The team that picked them won the game in like probably like 20 to 30 minutes, and that's how the professional scene was going for a while.
Yeah.
And then they patched it, and now every game, like even if you're playing a pub or like which is just a casual game with matchmaking, or you're watching a professional game, seems to at least go 40 minutes to an hour, which is a much more interesting game to watch and to play every time.
Yeah.
And they've been doing a really good job with it.
Yeah, and it makes me want to like try different heroes and stuff just because different ones are valuable in the meta. Because I'm like, oh, I should try that. So like, I started playing Abaddon support, which is like an obvious support character.
And let's not get
let's
way
please
too
not
into the mechanics,
actually-
but
Let me explain. Let me take the next half hour.
trying new things in that game can make you feel like shit, but it's also rewarding when you actually figure something out on your
All right.
own type thing. And I'm still playing it regularly. So is Matt.
So Dota 2 will win Game of the Year that isn't from this year.
Woo!
We did it.
Is barred from ever winning that category again, but it doesn't matter because we'll probably never do this again.
Dota
Not after
2.
All
We're
right,
just
next
getting started.
up is Best Collection / HD Update.
Okay.
So,
I haven't
Uncharted,
played- I haven't played any of these.
the Nathan Drake Collection, the Mega Man Legacy Collection, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D, Sonic Dreams Collection.
Gabe's not here.
No, I'm here. I can talk about that. Rare Replay,
Oh, I think that should win.
Resident Evil. I could actually debate that one. When They Cry Higurashi. I don't think it'll win, but I just so I can show you guys this.
the fuck is
Grim
that?
Fandango Remastered.
It's a
Mario Maker with 3 question marks.
That was me that read.
Yeah,
I would say
I would say that doesn't count. I'll get to that in a
No.
sec.
good one. Yeah.
Shadow Complex Remastered, which just came out the other day on PC, coming out next year.
Or the other week, depending on when you view this.
True.
it came out.
Well, yeah. For us,
December-
As of recording.
As of-
Came
as
out
of
December
recording.
3rd.
As of this
and
recording.
the Gears of War
I think.
Ultimate Edition. So Mario Maker, it doesn't count just because you can't actually remake those original games in those games. Like they are different. The physics, the actual physics. Like if you go and actually play those games on the NES, you're like, oh, the way these games like handle is actually very different, and you can't like remake those games like purely in them. I don't think
I have a winner in mind already. It's Rare Replay.
It's Rare Replay.
See, no, here's the thing. Okay,
I agree.
You guys,
Okay.
no. You guys say Rare Replay wins by volume.
No.
No,
Really?
No,
like,
I
games are
don't.
Good.
Okay, all right, you're gonna have to sell me on this
And
one.
didn't they
So-
remake like Banjo? Didn't like Banjo Kazooie or one of those games like get like a really good like all the textures and stuff? Like I'm pretty sure.
No, but that was from years ago.
But
that was,
I
that
also
was,
heard. I mean, I didn't. I haven't played any of these. So the reason I'm voting for it is because there are games like Grabbed by the Ghoulies that are in there that like
Okay,
a lot of
so-
people
so,
wanted to play that
um,
looks better than it ever has.
Here, let's take the opportunity to actually just eliminate some. So, Mega Man Legacy Collection, I don't think any of us feel super
No,
strongly
just-
about that.
I
It's
want,
a nice,
that's-
I want a
nice
Mega
collection.
Man X Legacy collection.
It's a nice collection. I thought it was very
and
nice.
and that's more Dylan's thing. So sorry, Dylan.
I have to go to the bathroom for a second.
Okay, Matt's gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna talk about. I just want to
The only
show.
one I care about is Rare Replay.
I want to quickly show Higurashi. I just want to show you guys. So technically, the version that came out this year, the version I played, was a HD update, and I want to show you. Because they redid the only thing they redid. They redid they retranslated it because apparently the original translation was god awful,
Mhm.
and this one's still not that great. It's got a lot of typos in it, but it's definitely better.
Oh.
I want to show you the original character art though. So here is the the new character art, right? Very typical anime, right?
Right. And we should, if
Here's
we can.
what that game used to look like.
Oh,
Right?
Okay.
That's the original character art, and that's the new character art.
I love the new character.
I do
in
too.
comparison.
It's actually it's nice, but
Um,
I really just wanted to show you guys that.
Did she get stung by a bee? I on her fist right there. I hope you can. I hope you cut these.
I will. Yeah, I will
these
try and
stills
I will
in.
cut these stills in.
Because holy shit, that art is
No,
not great.
the people who made this definitely didn't know how to like draw. They had like a great idea for a story and characters, but like didn't know how to draw.
I will say that
at
is
all.
that's a great improvement.
And apparently the localization is
I guess
10 times better.
something we haven't discussed about this. I'm
not sure if it hangs as a top 3. I just thought that was worth mentioning.
Yeah, and something I'm not sure if we discussed about this actual segment itself for the best collection is: are we rating this based on
the
the
game
best
or-
improvement overall, or are we rating it on the game itself?
I think it's a combination of both. So like
Because if it's improvement, my vote switches from
to Majora's
Rare-
Mask. They
From-
improved the fuck out of that game.
from Rare Replay to Grim Fandango.
Yeah, so I was gonna make a big argument for Grim Fandango because you can actually play the game now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
could
you
not-
don't have to pirate it.
But no, even if you pirated, there are actually there was a glitch in that game. It's not a glitch. There's a puzzle in that game that is in, I guess the timing of the puzzle. The way they made it work was using like the CPU of your computer.
It's like clock speed.
Yeah, the clock speed.
probably.
And so because of the increased graphics powers of computers, it actually makes it impossible for you to do that. Like it breaks the game.
It's like Mario seconds. The Mario timer is based on the
yeah,
clock
so I guess
speed.
there's like certain puzzles in that game that like it's impossible to beat that game on a modern computer because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So the remastered it's a nice remastered, but also it's like, hey, you can actually play this game now.
And now
like,
they're remastering literally every single Double Fine game.
like most, certain Rare Replay games probably you couldn't, but I'd say most of these games, like you can still go play Nathan Drake on
Like,
the
I
PS3.
like
You can
Rare
still go play, all these other games. Like Grim Fandango was a game that for the longest time people couldn't play.
The reason why I like Rare Replay is because of the production value behind it, like how they set up the
package is very nice.
package as well.
The package
as
is
like
very nice.
there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff included,
That stuff's cool. I guess
and I think that as a package deserves at least some recognition, if not best collection.
for me though, it's like, hey, it's 30 games and that's cool. A lot of those games though, I play once and I'm like, okay, I actually don't want to play this.
Well, yeah,
Like I'm just like, I don't actually want to play this. So it's like the actual amount of playing I want to do in those games is like way limited compared to the, yeah. Sonic
Rare
Dreams
games
Collection's
have been
just
hit
funny.
and miss, but
I'm gonna take off Shadow Complex Remaster just because I don't think even if I've actually played that.
I have.
Have you?
Yes, that's fantastic.
What have they done? Okay, is it fantastic just because of Shadow Complex? Like, what have they actually done to that game?
Yes, and okay. It is now.
Did they update it at all?
They updated it.
How so?
Graphically, it looks a lot nicer in terms of like it can go up all the way to I think 4K.
Oh, okay.
4K
Did
textures.
they have like the texture? Yeah, okay.
There's better like particle effects. The one thing that they could have done a little bit better was sound. It still sounds like it
A
was.
little muddled.
It was the people were mic'd in a dumpster.
Did they change any of the gameplay? Because playing that game again, I actually found some of the gameplay could be tighter. Like the jumps actually kind of bad in that game. Like I was actually like, oh, like this jump's not as good as I remember. Like they could actually like, did they tweak any of that? With the gameplay?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, that's kind of.
I personally
And that
didn't
doesn't
have
like
a
kill it for me,
problem.
but like it was one of those things. No, like I love that game, but just like going back, I was just like, oh, like
It's one of my favorite Metroid games.
it's very good.
And the fact that I can now play it for free, might I add, on PC, is just cherry.
I think the Uncharted
Cherry
Nathan
on
Drake
cake.
collection is a fantastic package, and I think
I respect your decision because I watched your video.
I
on
got
it.
a fantastic package. Continue.
my
Thank
video
you.
where they talk about like the changes, and I never ended up making it into. I actually made the second one I was going to do with her. Maybe I'll do this eventually, but
And
Did you like
they put a lot of work into those remakes, especially one. Like the amount of work they
well,
put into
well,
one. On the textures.
one looks like poopy now,
Yeah, but they made it actually look like not poopy.
not poopy.
They made it not poopy.
You talk about my bathroom break? What happened?
God damn it, Matt! Just no one cares.
I think the viewers.
All right, Sonic Dreams has to go.
It's
Yeah,
gone.
I put it in there because guess what?
And
That's
on top
awesome.
of that, Gears of War has to go.
I agree. I think
Yeah.
that's a bad collection. I think
It's
that's
not a collection. It's a remaster,
it's an
and it's
HD
well, we put
update.
HD update, but I think it's also not a great one.
it's
No, it's not.
I think
bad.
it's not good.
Gears of War 1's not that great of a game.
Wait, are you finally admitting that? Because we
Yeah.
had to think. Because I was saying that I don't think it holds up, and you were like, "Nah, man." Are you
I
finally?
thought it was the best one. I think I'm caving. I used to think it was the best one, and I think
No.
Did playing that with me make you think that?
I've just been thinking about it lately.
No, because
I don't know.
and I love Gears of War 1 back in the day, but it's
Yeah.
just like playing it now. You're like,
well,
oh, this
my
is very
thing's
bare
the multiplayer.
bones.
The multiplayer is still the best one in my eyes. But anyway,
Yeah.
Well,
Sure.
you have to view Gears of War from the lens of what
When
it
it came
did
out?
when it
Oh,
came out.
oh, totally.
It was
Yeah.
pretty revolutionary, and
But
now that
I
every
can
single
take it right off
every
that
single
list.
third
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
shooter has taken
the
aspects.
campaign
from
now
that.
on its own. The way they should have done that is they should have like completely overhauled that campaign. Like I think that'd have been the way to go.
and now we can completely take it off that.
I did.
list.
Already took
okay.
it off.
Yeah, Sonic Dreams is gone.
I'll move Higurashi. Like I said, it's good stuff.
You've explained your reasoning behind RE already.
I've already given my reason for RE.
Resident Evil.
But as far as the HD update this year, I mean, it's more like, hey, like they cleaned it up a little bit. You know, they like it's widescreen now. Still looks great. You can play it on like not a GameCube, which is nice.
Man, I'm really down in my head down to Rare Replay, Majora's Mask, and Grim Fandango.
We haven't talked at all about Majora's Mask. It's a really good version of that game.
Yeah.
and it makes a lot of really smart
It
improvements.
runs better than it ever did on the N64.
But also, like, they add, like, a couple, like, different tweaks to
Quality
the way...
of life
yeah,
improvements?
Yeah, that, like, makes that game better, which I really appreciate. It's definitely, like, the best version of that game,
yeah,
for sure.
And it's kind of a shame that you can only play it on a handheld device, I guess, in my head. Like,
I agree. I think that'd kind of be nice if it was on, like, a TV.
Or like if it was on Wii U, like because you
Yeah.
still got the second screen. I feel like they could port it to that.
I
But
agree.
they're not gonna do that.
I agree.
Anyway,
I just like I like the fact that Microsoft let Rare out of their cage and let them do this.
But not all the way. There's no Donkey Kong Country on there.
yeah.
So fuck that collection.
Well, has to do with
There's no
Nintendo.
GoldenEye.
But that probably has to do with Nintendo, right?
And it 100 has to do 100%, and that's not Rare's
What about
fault.
GoldenEye? Where's GoldenEye?
Same Nintendo.
Probably.
God
Nintendo
damn it.
still
Yeah,
holds
see,
the right.
Fuck this collection. No, it is Perfect Dark, though. I like Perfect Dark 1. But it's also got Perfect Dark Zero.
You know it's perfectly dark.
I like Perfect Dark Zero.
I like
Shut
Perfect
your
Dark Zero
mouth.
back in the day. I played way more of that, but that's...
Nighttime is-
I
that's a
beat
bad
it
game.
recently enough. Like I replayed it through recently enough where I still like
Did
it.
you rare replay?
The last boss, you know what? If you haven't played Perfect Dark Zero by now, I don't fucking care. The last boss in that game is terrible.
Oh, it's so bad.
You fight him on a floating rock with a sword, I believe. Oh no, he has a sword.
That game was a lot of fun to play co-op.
Was it sword?
The boss,
Okay.
the final boss. That game sucks.
Sorry, so
At
what do
the
we got
end.
left? Let me
But
see.
man, do I love it.
What do we got here?
That game also had like super shitty achievements because it was a launch game and it was before they...
Yeah, the
Oh, I
think
multiplayer
achievements.
achievements.
No, but not only that, it was before they thought of things like, hey, beating the game on one difficulty should give you all the achievements for the lower
Yeah, you have to do it on
difficulties.
every
So you had to beat that game like 6 times if you wanted all the achievements. Fuck
On
that.
perfect mode or perfect dark mode or whatever.
Yeah, you had to do it on like easy and then normal and then like hard and then perfect dark. And it's
Yep.
like, motherfucker, like who is gonna play this game that many times? No one.
All right, so we got 5.
I can't say anything.
I think we can get rid of Shadow Complex.
I can't say anything about Uncharted.
Uh,
I haven't played any of the
like
games,
I said,
and I don't have
it's
the
a
collection.
fantastic collection. The pack
Besides
games-
graphically, what did they do?
Okay, I mean, they put a nice wrapper. They added a new difficulty mode, which is nice. They added they added a
Oh, did they put in Lil Wayne?
they put in Lil Wayne.
Wrong game,
They
but we'll get to
so
that.
graphical updates. They
But you
actually
said they put in a nice
they actually
wrapper.
went through and tweaked all of the shooting. I had heard that they had went through and they had redone all the shooting controls and the aiming. And so I went back and I played all of the old ones on the PS3, and actually, playing one on the PS4 compared to the PS3, like the shooting feels a lot tighter and better.
As it should. I mean, I
But
can't.
that's like something they thought.
I can't
of to
imagine.
do, right?
Yeah, like
I
how
feel like
much.
most people wouldn't think of that.
Like at the end of the day, like if the controls are already set, how much more tweaking needs to be done to make it good?
Well, it's like it's
Yeah.
sort of like okay,
It's the little
it's the
things.
first time Naughty Dog made a game like that, so like they really didn't have a handle on how to aim.
Like I played Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 2 on PS3, and besides graphically and how you looked like a plastic doll in one, I thought they held up fantastically.
No, I'm not saying they don't,
So
but
I don't even think it needed.
Oh, but it's better. It definitely is like
It's
this is
better.
a nice improvement.
But,
But
I mean, it got one because it's a marketing that
because it's a Naughty Dog game
yeah,
that's popular.
Yeah.
So
They also added a
I-
speedrun mode
Well,
you can
because-
play, which is pretty cool.
Let me.
I honestly don't think it needed it.
In
let me-
Uncharted?
Yeah, like
What
speedrun
is
that
the
game.
dumbest thing?
Oh no,
Let me just
I'd do that.
Let me just explain something really quick. The reason that HD collection exists is to build hype for Uncharted 4, which is going to be a huge console seller, and that's the whole thing right there. And the collection itself is already a console seller because so many people wanted to play those games, but so many more people had 360s and PS3s.
Exactly. I think that collection is awesome because there are a lot of people I know who jumped ship from 360 to PS4 because they thought the PS4 was just like, oh, this is
Because the exclusives are more story. Or
And
seem to be
so
more
there's a
story
lot of people who
related.
have PS4s now who've never played like any of those PS3 games. So
But I don't think it's a winner because of that.
No, I don't think so either. But I just think that's cool.
And I think that just that
Just
right
cause?
there gets
that
it
multiplayer beta, it came with the 4 beta. That's
Yeah, I heard it's
actually
fun.
out apparently right now.
I heard it's
should,
fun.
like,
I
go
mean,
try that.
you automatically get into it.
Yeah, I
You
should
can play
like
it.
do a thing with that. I'm okay taking it off then.
Yeah, I'll take the.
It's a great collection though. You should definitely check it out.
My
You
I'm
can see it.
Okay,
well. If it's in the middle, we can all see it.
so we are
Alright,
down.
Mom.
We are down to Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask 3D,
I don't play Nintendo games about that one.
Rare Replay,
No
Resident
one else
Evil,
cares about that. No one else
and
wants
Grim
that.
Fandango Remastered.
Okay, so my bias with Grim Fandango is that I have very fond memories of that game originally, so it's really hard for me to look at it with fresh eyes as like a game on its own,
Well, I
which
can
I guess
say-
is the point of this section.
So,
but-
well, I can say I never played it as a kid. I actually
Did you
played.
play Monkey Island?
No, I played a lot of adventure games. Grim Fandango is one of those ones I missed for whatever
Wow.
reason. So it was one of those games like, oh, I never played Grim Fandango. Like, I want to play that. Finally got the chance to play it. I think that game totally holds up as awesome.
And I think the
It is an
commentary
amazing
they
game.
added,
very good.
the Tim
Yep.
Schafer commentary
Yep.
they added,
That's great.
I played that game through twice. Once with the commentary and once with, well, the first time without, and then once with because I liked it so much, but I didn't want the commentary while I was playing the game,
Sure.
but I wanted to enjoy it after.
Yeah,
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
I really like that a lot.
I loved it.
I'm torn between Rare Replay and Grim Fandango.
Uh,
I love the fact that Grim Fandango is now a thing, especially because, like how you pointed out, you weren't able to play it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, they brought it back literally from the dead. And I think that's the most important thing. But at the same time, there were a couple games in Rare Replay that did the same thing, and I don't know. So I'm conflicted.
Off this list?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with taking Legend of Zelda off. It's a great remaster.
I didn't finish it.
It's an accessible game.
So I guess by
It's
that
kind-
logic,
It's not the best Legend of Zelda game. It's not like on its own. It's not.
hey, let us say our piece before we just delete it, dude.
I'm not doing
Keep
it.
talking.
No,
He's just
he
gonna-
was.
Oh.
He just like deleted off the list as you were talking about it. I'm like, we haven't even
Continue.
agreed yet.
It's not the best Legend of Zelda game.
I'm gonna delete stuff. You can't touch stuff.
I think
okay?
if we were having this conversation when the Ocarina one came out years
Yeah.
ago,
Mm-hmm.
Last year.
I would Ocarina came out years ago. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
that was like 12. That was like 2012 or
I
something.
think it was
that
a launch
almost like a
title.
launch title.
It was-
on
yeah.
Really?
on the
It was
3DS.
going to be. I think it was originally people thought it was going to be a launch title.
Oh wait, maybe I'm thinking of Wind
because it was
Waker.
one of the first things they talked
Wind Waker
about,
last year.
and then it wasn't. It came out like
2 years ago.
it came out like a lot later. Because I remember a lot of people were like, "How come the Zelda game isn't a launch title?"
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why I think that should go. I can't speak. I can't speak about the Resident Evil remake.
Same.
So
I mean, I feel very strongly about it as like
Yeah,
my first time
Did we
playing it.
play that on the show?
We did. That was the
That
one.
was fun.
That
I
was the
really
one you
liked that.
deleted my save of. Yeah,
I
remember
really
that?
like that. That was a fun
It was
game.
maybe top moment. home
Can
button
we
moment of the
splice
year.
in the clip of that right
Yeah.
there?
Okay.
For your viewing pleasure.
Sean Luke, right now, go.
Okay. So who wants what to win?
I want Grim Fandango to win.
I think Grim Fandango can win
Yeah,
this.
I'm gonna concede that no one else cares enough about Resident Evil,
Like,
and so
I've
I'll
never
go Grim
played-
Fandango.
I never played Grim Fandango.
I have a vote.
Yeah.
Rare Evil Fandango.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. The winner is
Like, I've never played Grim Fandango, and I maybe never will, but I'd like to, but
I like this pattern we have now of old LucasArts games coming back.
Yeah.
They announced today they're doing a full throttle
Mm-hmm.
HD update, and they showed the Day of the Tentacle one. Looked
Mhm.
really good.
You could probably skip over the next section because I think we know what's gonna win.
And before we go to the next section,
Yep.
I'm gonna cut the recording
You want to cut
so-
it right now?
so that we have it cut. I imagine?
No. We have one more to do, and then we're cutting.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
Don't worry. Because we're gonna have multiple videos.
stay here.
It's only day one, guys. All right, so our last category of the day is best new character.
I have I have
This one's gonna be a tricky one because a lot of these characters like people don't know, so it's gonna be like explaining. By that I mean me. So I have a couple characters
Don't
from
be rude.
Tales of the Borderlands. I have Loader Bot, Gortys, and the two main characters, Fiona and Reese.
Well, you have 3 from one game.
I already know which ones I'll remove from that. Don't worry about it. D-Dog from Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
Very good choice.
Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. The Van from Rocket League.
Thank you.
Siri from The Witcher 3.
His name is the Merc.
Was there any other Witcher characters, Nate? Nate, do you feel any strongly about any other Witcher characters?
Yes. The
and by the way, this means new characters, like so.
Yeah.
Like Geralt won't count. You know, or
the
something.
Bloody Baron.
Bloody actually, no. Yes.
Man, I already know the two that I want to win.
I feel very strongly about
the Bloody Baron. That's maybe the best quest line in that entire game. Like,
Yeah.
hands down.
I know. You know what? I'm saying it right now. I know which one wins.
Okay,
this.
Squid Sisters in Splatoon.
They win, is what Amelia's saying.
Nope.
Hell yeah, Squid Sisters are awesome.
I know which one wins this.
Bunny Lord. Oh, I know the one you're thinking of. Bunny Lord in Not a Hero.
It's not the one I put.
Sans in Undertale. No, I know. Peter Stormare in Until Dawn.
That's it.
Yep.
Wait, which one is Peter Stormare?
He's the
was the guy-
psychiatrist.
The psychiatrist.
Oh yeah, that was so good.
All right, so before we
he was just so fucking like crazy.
yeah, I
That
mean
was good.
that's not even his actual character name is Dr. Hill.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna put Peter Stormare.
It's Peter
Peter
Stormare
Stormare.
as Peter Stormare, and that
Inspector Jenks from Contradiction
So
Spot the
silly,
Liar.
it's so good.
I put that, and I can't believe you didn't. Put
No,
that
I
in.
actually put that into. I just then deleted it off because I was like, I'll just have it on once.
That's not gonna win because we're the only two that know what that
Wait,
is.
so, dude, wait. If I did this, would it mean anything to you? I also put
It's
Ryan
funny
Rand
because I don't get it.
from Contradiction, who's also great.
Ryan
'cause he's-
Rand, who's based off of what's his face in one of the-
Atlas Shrugged.
Atlas Shrugged, yeah.
And he's also just drinking that entire time.
Yeah.
He's just kind of fucking. And the Rick and Morty announcer pack from Dota 2.
I'm gonna go ahead and say
that doesn't count.
Yeah.
because they're like
I
existing
agree
characters.
it doesn't count, but it legit got me back into Dota for like.
I'll take it off,
like
but
I hadn't played Dota in
it's
a
great.
while, and then that came out.
Jean-Luc-
and I was like,
Jean-Luc
I
guess
tried
played-
Dota because of
Jean-Luc
it.
Dota 2 because of that.
Okay,
and
okay.
I'm going to be very serious here and say that the van or the Merc does not belong on this list.
Okay, tell me about the sweet character of the van slash Merc.
I do want to say a piece about the van.
Okay.
Because,
Oh
it is
my God.
my most played car in Rocket League.
That
Let me explain why.
There's no
Hey, Jean-Luc,
characters in
Let
Rocket
me
League.
explain.
I'm deleting the character.
You can delete it.
Okay,
Let
you can
me
get rid
tell
of it.
you why the van is there. The van is there because one, he's one of the most underplayed cars because his mobility is not as good as other cars. The other cars
They're the same!
Nope, you're wrong. You're factually wrong. The other cars actually have different stats in the game, but it's so physics based that the different bounding boxes
Character.
and the turning circles are actually different depending on the wheelbase of the cars. Not a joke. It's that good. So the Merc is not the best mobility car, but because of its blocky shape and very square bounding box, I like it a lot for defending. You can remove
So
it
it
from the
wins
list.
best character.
Yes.
Okay.
In my heart for Rocket.
Okay.
All right.
Give the Merc a chance, people.
So let's go through.
Can we go through your
My-
Tales from the Borderlands
Okay.
ones?
So Tales
'Cause
from the Borderlands-
I say pick like one from
No,
that.
no, no. I agree. All right. So it's hard for me to explain because I'm the only one who played Tales from Borderlands. I think it's
Wrong.
You played it? Mm-hmm. What do you think of Tales from Borderlands? I love that.
Fantastic.
I fucking fantastic. So, I like the two main characters. I think the best one. I think the two best characters for me is either.
Although
Gortys
I
or-
do have to say that I did not play the last episode yet.
Oh my god, you need to play the last episode.
I
Holy
know,
shit.
I know.
But you have enough to know. Gortys and Loaderbot, I think, are the two best
Oh,
characters
fantastic!
in that game.
They're so
They're so fucking
They're
good.
fantastic.
They're so good, especially like together.
they're adorable together.
They're adorable together. I would maybe go Loaderbot over Gortys. Which one would you go?
I would say the same thing.
Okay, so I think right now we feel Loaderbot. We'll debate him more later.
Why are we talking about Lodor?
Loaderbot.
Lodor?
He's the best.
Lodor?
Loaders.
Not Lord of the Rings.
Okay, I thought we were
Okay, D-Dog and Quiet.
Gets me.
So the reason I put
Are they like Quiet?
no,
I get.
Quiet has a character, and it's the thing where like you literally have to play through that entire game to like fully get her character arc. By the end of that game, I think Quiet is like hands down the best character in that game.
I will say right here and now, I have not played Metal Gear Solid.
No, you have not. You have definitely not
I've
played
not
enough
got-
to get.
I've
Yeah, I don't
not
think you've
gotten
probably
Quiet.
not gotten Quiet.
I
Matt,
haven't beaten the game at all.
have you gotten Quiet? Even if you have, you probably haven't gotten any of her character.
No.
Okay.
Matt killed her.
Oh, why'd you do that? That'd be like, man, fuck. If anyone did that, I'd be like, why did you do that?
Apparently, they
so
patched
you
it
were-
away to get her back if you killed her.
No, that is different. Because
Oh.
at the end of the game, she leaves.
Oh.
But if you want her back after that, I think if you kill her, you might just not get her.
So you alone are arguing for Quiet's sake. Just
Yes.
know that.
Yes. For me, it's
I can go for D-Dog, though.
Quiet's the best character. Despite all the horrible
Why isn't
shit.
D-Horse in there?
And D-Horse is okay.
What the fuck? D-Horse is like...
D-Dog's way cooler.
D-Horse is there from the beginning, man.
Yeah, D-Horse is there from the beginning. I ride him to my helicopter.
Yeah, but
that
D-Dog has an
plays
eye patch.
Yeah, D-Dog has an eye
We're the
patch
kids
and
in
a knife.
America, and me and my steed are like, what's up?
Dude,
The horse is the best.
Okay, you sent. If we're talking best companion though, like D-Dog is like an active Soliton radar that follows you around. He's fucking awesome. Horse just gets you around places, and Sniper or Quiet, you literally just like tell her like, hey, go over to that base and shoot everybody, and she just does it for you. It's fucking awesome.
So she's like the Super Mario Galaxy 2 play the game for you.
Not 100% that, but there was this great moment where I was like, I need to sneak through this base, and there were so many dudes, so I just sent her to like auto. Like I just said like, take people out, and I just started like crawling through, and as I'm crawling, they'd all be like, hey you, and then they just like fall over, and they're all I just gave her a trank, so like they'd all go like fall over, and then I just walk over like, and I'm just gonna put the Fulton on you. Yep, up you go, and then just I would like keep doing that like the entire.
But what makes her a good character?
So she doesn't talk, but like her character motivation.
Right, she's a mute.
I don't want to spoil too much because I know
Wait a minute.
Mills, you probably eventually want to play it.
Well, we
Yes,
shouldn't
her name is
spoil it.
Quiet. Shut the fuck up.
But her
Like Quiet.
her later character motivations are, I think, really good, and like her relationship with like the boss is interesting, and like why she's there and why she's doing the stuff is like you're like, oh, I actually really care about her, especially because I think a lot of the characters in that game kind of suck, and you're like, I kind of hate all these people except for Quiet.
Okay.
And I do think
is
that
there,
is-
I just have one real
Yes.
quick question. Is there a damn good reason why she's designed the way she is? And does that
why
relate
she
to her
wears
character at
why
all?
she wears cool
A
there's
combat bikini.
yes.
Because anime.
I do think
Is there a reason
I do
because
think
they
the
have-
And
character
does it relate to the character in a good and meaningful way?
Mostly, like 79%.
That's so suspect.
No. Like, they justify it in the universe in a way that makes sense, but, like, you definitely look at it and you're like, okay. Now, I think that game tries really hard to make me hate her because they're like, every time it's a cutscene, it's like, we gotta show Quiet's face. So they, like, get the camera and they go, like, they pan this way, pause for a moment, then pan to her face. Yeah. Or, like, you'll be in the helicopter, and it's, like, in first person, and, like, Quiet will be like, I just gotta do some stretches, and I'm just gonna stick my ass right in the boss's face, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing, game? And yet, despite all that,
It's because Kojima
I
is a huge
still
perv.
really liked her character, so it's like, despite the developers' intentions to make me be like, this is fucking disgusting, I still like her character a lot.
It's because Kojima's a perv. It's
is.
whatever.
There's also an amazing scene where
It's kind of
her and the boss play in the rain,
Oh my god.
and
I
that
saw
is.
this scene.
But there's also.
I've seen that, yes.
It's an amazing scene. A, it's an amazing scene.
It's-
But B,
It's a scene.
the PC version's even better because you can swap character models. So there's a version of that
Oh my God.
where somebody swapped Quiet with Revolver Ocelot. It's the fucking best thing I've ever seen. I have to show you that later.
all right.
Um,
Yeah.
I would
do
pick
you-
Quiet
do
over
you-
D-Dog.
do you-
I pick Quiet over
You
D-Dog.
feel very
I
strongly about
I
Quiet.
think
Get rid of the
Quiet's
dog.
All right. Sorry, D-Dog. D-Dog's cool, though.
Um,
I'm a horse.
All right, Ciri and the Bloody Baron.
Bloody Baron.
Okay. I like Ciri a lot, though.
I
Just
do
want
too.
to say. I think she's a cool character.
Yeah, I love Siri on my guy phone.
All right, I'm okay getting Ciri.
like
I
that.
think we didn't have too big of a discussion. Me and
Guy phone
Nate seem
Fieri.
pretty. Squid Sisters are.
Are
They're
they-
so
they-
good.
They're great.
I love them.
Squid Sisters.
Yeah, they got so much style. They give it full
sure.
style.
What?
Like
Like-
style.
Well, so
Can
okay,
they compare to
okay. Let me just say.
narrative-driven characters?
No, so the Squid Sisters are great because like they're in these like Japanese like icon pop models, and they
Yeah, I love
tell
that
you
shit.
the
And they tell you
opening-
to stay fresh.
they tell you to stay fresh, which is the best
but
catchphrase.
but like I don't need reminding.
Oh,
to
what?
stay
Of
fresh.
wait, of what? Of the new matches? Of the new game types?
No,
No, to
Just
stay
stay
fresh.
fresh.
Oh, to stay fresh.
Thank you, Sean Luke.
No,
Welcome
but-
to Game of the Year
but no.
2015.
No, because at the beginning of the game, they will tell you the new map rotation for like that time when you pull it up.
Uh-huh.
Also, they actually do play into the short single-player campaign
Right.
in a way that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, Splatoon has a single player.
Yeah, it has single player, and they actually play into it.
Splats.
I don't think they're the best characters, but I just want to say I really like the Squid Sisters. I think they're great.
Okay.
I still know who wins this.
Wait a minute. Are you? Hey, Amelia, are you? What are you?
I don't know what Bunnyford is.
Hold
Bunny Lord.
Or Bunny Lord.
We played that over the summer. It's called Not a Hero.
You can't talk about other people's
It's a really fast-paced, like 2D shooter game where you're like kind of like running through buildings, like killing stuff, and the idea is like you just need to be like constantly moving. And the whole premise is Bunny Lord is this. He's not an actual bunny. He's a guy in a purple bunny suit who's running for mayor, and you're murdering.
We played this
like,
on the home button.
Yeah, we played this on, but you're murdering mobsters
Is he like?
to get him favors to win becoming mayor. So he's like, hey, if we go murder people and bring down crime, I can become mayor. And he always, every mission, he always gives these insane motivational speeches
Right.
about how like, oh, it's like they say, you plant a tree and that tree will grow guns, which we can use to murder people.
Right.
Like, and I think his dialogue's just very funny and well done. And there's always, at the end, he's always like, and if you do a good job, we'll go get some lunch. And then you always go to like the same diner and get food. It's like the end of every mission is you
What
going
is
getting
this?
food at this diner.
Okay.
I think
Maybe you should listen.
that game just like he's the driving personality in that game, and I find his dialogue very humorous.
What is Not a Hero?
I'm okay dropping him though. I don't think he
I
holds.
was listening
But I
to
just
what
wanna
he
say-
does, but I don't know what that game is. What's that game?
I was just talking about it,
I-
Matt. You need to pay attention.
I'm sending you back to Canada for day 2.
You are deported.
So I'm okay getting rid of Bunny Lord. I just wanted to point out I thought he was
Did
really
that game
good.
come out this year?
Yes.
yes. It wouldn't be on this list otherwise, man.
Okay.
Get rid of Jenks.
Oh God.
I know.
I'll get rid
and we
fucking Jenks is so good.
Just right here, we're gonna like right here is gonna be a picture.
Just
of
like coming on
Jenks.
us. Coming on us.
Right there. Perfect.
Camera. Zoom in on us. Camera one. Yep.
Camera one on us.
Camera one on us. Jenks. Fucking awesome.
Great character.
All
Very
right, so
funny.
how
game.
many we got? We got one.
We got 5.
We got
So do you want to explain who Sans is?
Oh god, so did you play? Did you end up playing Undertale?
I didn't wind up playing Undertale, but I watched a little bit of it, and
Probably not enough to get
I was
Sans,
just trying to
though.
pay attention.
We got
very,
to
very
Sans
little
in the
bit of
very-
Sans.
So, Undertale, all the characters in that game are fantastic, but I figured I'd only pick one, so I picked Sans. He is this...
I love him purely for the puns.
Yeah, so he's this skeleton who's, like, super nice and helpful to you, and the reason he's called Sans is he's,
Comic
like,
Sans?
he's constantly telling jokes. All of his text is written in Comic Sans. In that
I've
game.
never played the game, nor did I know that.
Yes, and he has a brother named
so smart.
Papyrus,
That's why I
whose
found
font
it.
is all written in Papyrus.
So good, high five.
And he's this character. Most of the characters, like, they have like their segment and then they kind of leave.
You guys are the
And he's a
worst.
character that sort of like keeps popping in and out. And he's always just telling like really corny, lame jokes. But and talking about like he's like, my brother, he's kind of a goofball and sucks, but he's like also really like nice and lighthearted and like he's just like a really, really good, funny character.
I like that idea.
I like him a lot. Like out of all, I feel like I would be really upset if I did not sneak one Undertale character in here because like I think any of them could hold, and I feel like I need to get at least Sans in there. So I want to get Sans in.
So, okay. I understand that you feel strongly about Sans.
There's a bit where he tells the joke and then the camera zooms in on him and it does a
It does.
it's really fucking funny.
I wish I knew all these characters, but I have the one that I want to win.
You want Peter Stormare.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I said it out loud already.
I feel really, really strongly about Sans.
I feel
we all feel
extremely
really-
strongly about the Bloody Baron.
Okay, so
The bloody
do we? Okay,
Baron.
The Budley Baron.
we all feel pretty strong about Peter Stormare, I think.
Yeah, he was
Um,
an amazing character in that game.
So
He was an amazing Peter Stormare.
I would
Okay,
agree.
it's down to
Yeah.
Loaderbot, Quiet, and the Bloody Baron. I would probably pick Loaderbot over Quiet. I really like Quiet a lot. She's one of the best parts about that game.
I heard
Story-wise.
more about Quiet after Metal Gear Solid 5 came out than I did about the game itself.
Quiet's a great character, and she's definitely the best part of that story.
I can remember like browsing like Facebook and seeing like 8 different articles about Quiet as a character.
Yeah, Loaderbot is just like so goddamn funny. Like I'm trying, it's a hard character to like explain why it's funny.
He's very robot. Okay, he's literally a robot.
Yeah. So did you play Borderlands
And
2? Did you ever play Borderlands 2?
I beat Borderlands 2, yeah.
So you know like the Loaderbot like Hyperion bot enemies?
Mm-hmm.
So you get one as one of your characters is a Hyperion like corporate stooge, and you get a Loaderbot with you,
Okay.
and he stays with you the whole game. And at first he's just like, "Oh, I'm just your Loaderbot," but he like develops a like personality of like this super dry wit and humor.
it's
Um,
supremely deadpan.
and he just like like he's getting shot, and his legs are getting ripped off, and he's like, "Why must the good die young?" It's just, you know, and stuff like that. Or like you're just like, "Loaderbot, save yourself," and he like gives you a thumbs up and like flies away, and you're just like, "I will name my first child Loaderbot." And yeah, like as that game progresses, he's one of those characters that like you wouldn't even think is a character, but the further that game goes, you're just like, fucking Loaderbot. It's like the best part of this game.
Okay, yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board. That's a game I've wanted to play.
You should play. It is, in my opinion, the best Telltale game next to Walking Dead.
You know what?
Out of the games on this list, Tales from the Borderlands and Undertale are very easy games to play because they're so short. So I don't think you'd have that much of a problem.
Yeah,
playing them.
I'm just surprised that you even made it through any amount of Tales from the Borderlands because you suck at episodic games.
I do.
You're the worst.
I
Oh,
do
yeah,
not
that's a
enjoy.
good point. You don't
I do
like
not
those,
enjoy.
yeah.
I do not enjoy episodic games.
Okay.
Tales from the Borderlands.
So we'll get rid of
is
Quiet.
the exception because
Sorry,
it's
Quiet.
so good.
Bye, Quiet.
All right. We're down to
She didn't say
Loaderbot,
anything when you removed her.
Sans,
Because she's get it?
Peter Stormare, and the Bloody Baron.
Got it.
Nate,
Day
how-
two is just gonna have a dead Matt like on the floor, like because we all murdered him.
how do you feel about the Bloody Baron?
He is probably my favorite tragic character
He's
in
really
all
good.
of video games.
He's really good. He's really, really good.
Alright,
And
let's
just
pick one of them.
this.
Oh God.
Let's just pick one of those two things.
But here's the. Oh God, I don't. Man.
What? You got two Borderline
I'm-
dudes, right?
No.
Oh no, that's a Witcher. Okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
don't care.
we got Loader. Yeah. God, I don't know who I dropped though.
You're the worst.
I don't play story games.
I feel really strongly about all four of these. I don't know if I could
Same.
drop one. Shit.
I
You have no
He-
horse
he,
in.
He has his vote.
Peter
already.
Stormare was he was the best part of that
I
already
would,
amazing
I
game.
would not drop Peter Stormare. No, definitely not.
I-
Some say he's...
No, stop.
I was coming up with like a Storm
mean,
of Beaches joke. Of
I
my
would.
heart,
I
maybe?
would drop. I would personally drop the Bloody Baron, but at the same time, it would make for a more interesting rounded list because we'd have like 3 very different types of characters as opposed to 2 comedic characters. But I also hate the idea of having to pick between Loaderbot and Sans.
I feel like this is the year of Emilio
What do you mean?
because I'm just getting everything I want today.
No,
so-
I was with you on. I'm with you on Peter Stormare, man. I'm,
Oh yeah.
More like Peter.
Hey.
More like Peter Swag.
No, but like I mean, this is one that we all got to experience
like
together.
him.
Yeah, I thought he
I
was.
feel like Until Dawn's gonna win everything just by the fact that it's the one game we all played.
You
know what I mean?
Like,
I don't think
it was it was a good.
If I'm being honest, I don't
no,
know
it's not. It's
No,
never
I-
happened.
What I think you guys aren't doing is you're replacing a good performance with good character.
Oh, such a fucking great.
Because it was
But I think
like
his
it was
whole-
a
I think-
shut up. It was a
Okay.
fantastic performance.
I think
Yes.
the-
That he has no character though.
But I
That's
think
true.
that is.
That's
I
true.
think the whole just.
He's
it's
definitely
just
a-
Peter Stormare
Well, he has a
as
character, but I mean, yes. If I was to compare it to the other 3, I think the other 3 definitely have way
He's the
more.
vessel in which each chapter bridges to the next, and he is a character. He's a psychiatrist, and I think he was totally well written.
He's not established. Like what is his
Well, there's a
motivation?
reason-
What is he doing? Why is he doing
Well,
it?
There's a
no,
reason for
no,
that. The
the reason
motivation
is-
it doesn't exist, but I can't explain that without spoiling
We
the
could get
entire
to some
game.
spoilers. We could. I think we could eventually try and twist a little spoilers.
I don't think
It's 'cause he
belongs
doesn't
on this
exist.
list.
His character doesn't exist. That's the whole thing. He's like a.
Yes, it does. Yes, he does.
No, his character is a
Is a
is
fabrication.
It's a fabrication of Josh's mind.
Psych-
Well, he's
Psychosis.
real, but the character in the game is is in his head.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though.
Like he's a real person, but the real person
but
is
we're not
who
talking
is
about
in
the
game.
real Dr. Hill. We're
Right.
talking
What
about
matters-
the one we see in the
What
game.
what
Right.
matters most about that though is that game is a very very story driven game, which I found the best parts of were when he
all
was
of
in
the
it.
I feel like
all
he
of
definitely
all of
sums
the
up-
other characters were exactly that. They had character.
Sure.
Peter Stormare's character, Dr. Hill, was just the only time his character actually came out was when he was talking to Josh, like, what are you doing? You said you'd never do this. This wasn't ever the intention. And that's
Well,
the
it's-
only time where
he feels like a good representation.
I
of
think
what
to say
game
that he
is.
doesn't have any character, that is wildly incorrect.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
Wait, I want to talk about Peter Stormare.
all right,
Yeah,
and I'll give a
So I was
proposition.
gonna
I'll
say,
give a.
I think all the other characters, while they are more maybe well defined,
they're horror tropes.
Yes, they're horror tropes. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the
Sure.
Oh
Yeah.
man, Emilio was reading my genitals.
That's because I wanted to say the same exact thing.
And I think the parts that I had to pay attention that like I
but
actually
we're
had
not
to pay
comparing
attention-
Peter Stormare to the characters in Until
But
Dawn.
you're
We're
saying-
comparing them to actual
but-
characters
So you were saying you were comparing him to the other characters in the game, and I think
because they had character.
Yes, but I think he was the part that I actually found the most interesting because I didn't know exactly what he was gonna say. Like he was him being the representation of Crazy Josh, the actually only interesting like horror trope character in the game. I thought was good.
I'm gonna give a proposition. We have another category
I'll proposition you.
called Best Moment, and one of the ones in that is Peter Stormare's scenes in Until Dawn. So if we drop him, would we be willing to?
It depends on
consider
what the
him-
other moments are.
I mean, that's the problem. Is it's not a guarantee.
That we can't guarantee that he's gonna.
That we can't guarantee. But
I
I'm
think he
just
should be
saying
in the top 3.
we can get
I'm
him
just saying.
in.
If we all,
Ano-
if 3 of us like
Peter
him, he should
Stormare
be
has
top
another
3,
chance
right?
to shine. Is all I'm saying. Although we can also put
Well,
the Bloody Baron. The whole
4 of us like it.
Bloody Baron chapter is definitely like a good moment as well.
I wouldn't even say it's a moment. It is
All right,
just
so
But yeah,
so
moment's a bit of a...
let's not maybe pick a top one. Why don't we just remove a person half top 3?
no.
No. We're just trying to get down to 3.
Oh, so wait, Nate was trying to boot Stormair? No way.
Yeah,
He's
I,
possible top 1. He's possible number
He's-
1.
yeah, he's
number
not-
who
he's
knows?
not-
I don't think he compares to the other 3 characters in terms of character.
I think we can get rid of Sans.
Ah, no, God, fuck, man, no. Don't make me choose between Sans and Loaderbot.
I would disagree.
It's funny for me because I listen to a podcast where one of the hosts' last name is Sans, and they just...
So that has something to do with this.
Well, he's like, we
That's
should just get
related
rid
to
of
what we're
Sans.
talking
I'm
about.
Like, oh, poor Sean, they're just going to remove him from the podcast. It's funny. For
Keeping
me.
it relevant over here with Matt Quinn.
All right.
Oh, God, that's
I don't know the other 3
kill one of
characters,
your
but
babies.
the one I liked the most was Loaderbot besides Stormair's
Stormair.
character.
Loaderbot's great. Oh, fucking Sans is so good.
Amelia has pretty dreamy eyes.
I win best character, guys.
There's oh God, so there's this great moment in that game. Actually, I just want to
Which one?
in Undertale where
Okay.
you have a you go to dinner with Sans, and it's like really weird. It's a weird scene, but he's talking about like, oh, when I first met you and how I met this woman and like behind this door and we were always telling jokes at each other and how we had this like connection, and she always said she said to him like, she said, hey, promise me if you ever meet a human, because you're a human in the who falls down a cave and you live in the underworld where all the monsters are.
Right.
And so she's like, hey, if you ever come across a human, like try and protect them. You know, because normally like monsters are supposed to just like kill humans on sight because they don't trust them. And he promised her to that. And so Sans says to you like, and it's really creepy because all of a sudden like his character portrait's eyes disappear, and it has like it makes like a Legend of Zelda type sound for each character. There's no sound anymore. It just says like, if I didn't make that moment, I would have killed you. Like, it's just like you would be dead. Like, it's this creepy moment where all of a sudden because like at the when you first meet him, it's like this creepy person like stalking you, and then when he like comes up behind you, he like gives you like a whoopee cushion. It's like he has like a whoopee cushion like pan buzzer thing or whatever, and he's like
it's very dramatic.
And then like all the tension,
the music, the tension is high, and then
just
everything just cuts,
and then it just goes, and it's hilarious. But then, like, rethinking about the scene, we're like, oh shit, he would have fucking murdered me. And his character has, like, this, you, like, realize that his character has, like, way more agency and, like, understanding of the world and what's going on. And he kind of, like, knows, like, the greater moments of that game. And so he, like, out of all the other characters who feel like, these are characters who are in the world, but, like, you're like, oh, he kind of has, like, he knows more than he lets on. And I think he's, like, more of an important character. There's also a route in that game where he's not a person you fight ever. There is one version of that game that if you do a very certain route, you can fight him, and he's the hardest boss in the whole game.
Okay.
And he's really fucking hard. It's also an amazing boss fight.
So we've still gotten nowhere.
All right, Matt. Nate, I feel like you can actually give us a convincing of the Bloody Baron. Because he's great, but I mean,
Should I go into spoilers?
Maybe not for The Witcher.
Maybe not.
Then it's very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It is hard.
I mean, maybe he doesn't. Maybe we can't even really have him on this list if we all can't make an educated
Nope.
note on him.
Nope.
I'm
Not going that way.
I'm sorry.
But I feel like I've given it. Is there a way do you think you can give it? Because I feel like I've given enough about Sans and Loaderbot in a way that I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like I know these characters, what they're all about.
And that's what it's all about.
I mean, we can definitely acknowledge that these 4 characters are great.
I want you to help me.
Why can't we just have a top
explain
4? Why can't we
Bloody
just have
Baron,
top 4?
because
That'd be cheating.
We're cheating our
Like-
own rules.
It's true, we are.
like
Okay.
how do I describe him without going into
Okay, theoretically,
spoilers?
we have a top 4. Who wins?
For me,
Yeah.
Vote for your favorite. Right
Bloody
now.
Baron.
I would go Sans or Peter Stormare.
Peter Stormare.
Matt's gonna go with Peter Stormare.
Okay, Peter Stormare.
Wait. Bloody Baron.
Okay.
I'm with you, Nate. She's living out this.
Do we just want to concede, go with the top 4, and say Peter Stormare? and so we can.
It's the one that everyone's voting for.
He's not a character.
That's not an argument.
All right.
It's
Wait.
completely an argument.
Is it
There is
that-
no
wait,
way that
is
he
the
can
argument-
compare to the other 3 characters who actually have development.
So you don't think
No,
he's a
but like to
character
say he doesn't have
because-
development, like that's not grounded in anything at all because it's totally not true. Like the character's development is through another character's development.
So he's not even his own character.
But he kind of is though.
Yeah.
Wait, is the
So
argument
where's
that
his
he's not
de-
is the argument that he's like not a character because he's like a ghost? Like,
No,
is that the-
it's because there's no.
you don't think he like develops?
Yes,
I think he develops.
there's like no reason.
I like it.
All right.
I think he
I
develops.
think. I'm sorry, Nate, but I think by virtue of just needing to move on, we're gonna have to concede this one. So we're gonna go with unprecedented.
Nate is super
We're gonna go
upset.
with the top 4.
To end day 1.
To end day 1, we're gonna go with the top 4. Peter Stormare wins Best New Character.
And what were our others for?
Loaderbot, the Bloody Baron, and Sam.
Well, I meant our other awards.
Not
Yes.
even a
Okay,
character.
so yeah, so rounding it all out, we have Game of the Year that isn't actually from this year. Winner is Dota 2 with Hatoful Boyfriend and Wolfenstein: The New Order as our runners-up. Best Collection / HD Update is Grim Fandango Remastered with Rare Replay and Resident Evil.
That one's for you, Tim.
And Best New Character is Peter Stormare from Until Dawn with Loaderbot, the Bloody Baron, and Sans rounding it out.
Good stuff.
Yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
watching day 1,
much,
everybody.
So much better characters.
No.
And we will
Nah,
see
he is
you
great.
at day 2.
See you later.
Okay.
Keep it locked.